25 years, this has been the epicenter of sports entertainment. We welcome you tonight to the longest-running episodic television show in history. This is Monday Night Raw.
I got a feeling we're going to see some serious history made here tonight.
Enough of the preliminaries. Here we go. We've got 6 finely tuned athletes, but only one team can win. Time to see who it will be. And coming up is a contest where things can get out of hand very quickly.
We have the bad girls against a tuned group of combatants.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka, Ashley, Porter, and Bailey, the Bad Girls.
Guys, I don't think the champ cares that this is a non-title match. She's going to approach this thing with the same vigor and enthusiasm as she usually does.
I wouldn't question that for a second, Cole, and that's what I like about her. She's always giving a full effort no matter what the circumstances.
Oh, yeah! Ever so dangerous.
And their opponent, first, from Dallas, Texas, Ember Moon.
This one should be great, guys. 6-man tag team action coming up.
Yeah, this one's a can't miss, Michael. Anytime you put 6 superstars like this in the same match, you're guaranteed excitement.
Mickie James!
And from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James.
A 6-time champion. Think about everything this woman has accomplished in her career, and then talk about her all-time great rivalries with 3 Hall of Famers, Trish Stratus, Lita, and Beth Phoenix.
Well, Mickey's got a list of great matches a mile long, but let's talk about her 6 women's championships. Mickie has an opportunity tonight to make a little bit more history.
It's the Queen of Spades!
And their partner, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
is the real deal.
One of the original 4 horsewomen of mixed martial arts, a protege of Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler thrives on the fear of others.
Yeah, it would be a tough point to argue that Shayna Baszler may be the toughest woman to ever step foot in NXT.
She's as tough as they come. Classic match with Ember Moon at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, where she won the NXT Women's Championship. The sky's the limit. Guys, watching Asuka and Ember Moon reminds me of the arrogance Asuka is capable of displaying. She played many games and possibly underestimated Ember Moon.
You can't argue that Ember Moon has been close to solving the Asuka puzzle. Shortcuts had to be taken by Asuka to avoid falling victim to Ember Moon's eclipse.
Sit back and enjoy, guys. It's not every day you get to see 6 big-time names like this in the same match.
And here's the lockup. Look at these two jockeying for position. Spinning kick to the gut. Uh-oh, Asuka is looking to end it.
I don't think this is going to do it.
Oh, and she gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
Boom! She has some reason to be concerned here.
And the confidence she came into this 6 women's tag team match seems to be fading a bit.
Nailed it. Asuka looking uneasy now.
She's got 2 very capable partners in her corner. Now might be a good time to bring one of them in.
There are times during a 6-man tag match where the hostility between 2 teams overflows. The result is complete chaos, and all 6 superstars duke it out inside, and many times outside the ring. It's complete and total chaos. But if you're one of the legal competitors in the ring during that time, you must return to the ring before the referee's 10 count or risk being counted out and lose the match for your team.
Byron, you talked about the moment in 6-man tag matches when all semblance of order breaks down. Many times the 2 teams are so determined to tear each other apart that they don't pay attention to who the legal person in the ring is or where the referee is in their 10 count. That's a huge mistake.
In the throes of battle, superstars lose their composure, and what was a 6-man tag match breaks down into a Pier 6 brawl. And if you don't keep an eye on the referee's count, you could get counted out and be the reason your team loses the match. I could see Byron making that mistake and ruin it for everybody.
She's starting to sweat a bit. And the confidence she came into this 6 women's tag team match seems to be fading a bit.
Yeah, but we all know that she can dish it out just as well as she can take it. And with that in mind, I wouldn't be surprised to see her turn the tides here shortly.
From the looks of things, it just doesn't appear to be her night. But hey, it's still early enough for her to get back into this thing.
What a Samoan drop.
She's starting to stagger a bit.
Jeez.
She's got 2 very capable partners in her corner. Now might be a good time to bring one of them in.
Well, she certainly seems to favor being outside the ring. Though for the life of me, I cannot figure out why.
Back now inside the ring.
What impact!
She may be in a bad way here. She really needs to think about making a tag, guys.
Given what she's been through in this match, she may very well be the weak link on this team right now.
Well, she really can't afford to take on too much more damage and still be able to execute effectively in there.
Oh, nasty impact.
We know what this is. It's a stampede.
stampede, and that could be it.
Oh, it's over.
Mickie James really needs to dig down deep and fast.
Oh, man, incredible impact.
Attacking the arm.
Great way to break down your opponent. And Bayley evades that one.
Beautiful technique.
Mickie James was able to get out of there.
Oh, the Mick kick right on the money. Wow, what a gritty performance. There's almost no rebounding from a strike like that.
Oh, spiking DDT.
She's got it now.
Bayley really needs to...
She goes for the cover.
1, 2.
That's not going to do it.
She's still in this one.
Look at her go.
In off the tag.
What a clothesline!
Ouch. Setting up for it.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
The leg is...
An Ember move. Too quick. And Bayley evades that one.
Eludes that one.
Looks like she wants to beat her inside the ring.
Oh, look at this, locked in. Submission move here.
Bayley's looking to end it.
Attacking the back.
I knew it was only a matter of time. Did you guys feel that too?
Now that got those shoulders on the mat.
Digging deep for a kick out.
Not yet.
And it's Bayley feeling fired up.
Stunner.
Bayley has her inner sights.
I think she should stay down.
Incoming.
This isn't looking good for her, guys.
No, it's not, Michael. She looks absolutely out of it.
Looks like Bayley's getting pushed to the limit here.
She's got two partners in her corner, itching to get in there, guys.
And Ember Moon is fading fast here, guys.
This six-man match may have taken it all out of her.
By the looks of things, this may very well be the beginning of the end for her.
Harsh impact.
Dangerously close to getting counted out.
Definitely cutting it close, Michael.
Looks like she wants to beat her inside the ring.
She's getting closer, Corey. Look out. There's the tag.
And that changes the entire outlook for these women, Michael.
Oh, what a boot to the face.
When she gets in attack mode,
She might have it.
She's starting to fight out, guys. She fights out. But that doesn't mean the damage wasn't already done, Michael.
Lariat. Asuka's found herself in a bit of trouble. Where do you see her going from here?
She really needs to think about making a tag, guys.
At this point, you have to wonder if her partners are starting to regret teaming up with her. I'm just saying.
And she's toying with her now.
She can't take any more of this.
Whoa!
Look at this. Suplex.
And Asuka was able to get out of the way there.
Bringing it back into the ring. Here we go. Back inside the ring.
Oh my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Oh! Shot right to the stomach.
She is on fire.
Gonna be agonizing for the arm. Asuka is looking beaten down, guys.
This could spell the beginning to the end.
Mickey James with a Mick kick.
That's all she wrote, fellas.
1, 2, kick out at 2. Oh, that may have been a slow count.
Incredible, absolutely incredible.
And it's Mickey James making a move.
Oh, spiking DDT. That's it. That's what she needed. Yeah, you don't see a slam like that very often.
The shoulders are down. 1, 2. And the ref goes down.
We need a new ref out here fast.
She's got that gleam in her eyes. Things are looking bleak for Bayley here.
This could spell the beginning to the end for her here in this six-man tag team match.
Oh, spiking DDT.
And she looked like she had no chance just a few moments ago.
It only took a shoulders down. 1, 2, 3.
What an amazing six-man tag match.
And here's another peek at some of the more memorable parts of the match.
She's taking care of business. Look at her go. Man, oh man, look at that. I really enjoyed every minute of this.
Here are your winners, Ember Moon, Mickey James, and Shayna Baszler.
Could have gone either way there for a while.
If that's the type of action we're going to get all night long, I can't wait to see the rest of the card unfold.
Social media has been buzzing over this Raw match ever since it began, and now that it's over, I actually anticipate it intensifying. This next match might be every bit as good as the last one. Singles action on tap right now.
Singles action is up next. You're not going to want to miss this.
We have Rusev.
Who will reign supreme?
is today. That's right, you sing it loud and proud, ladies and gentlemen, today is Rusev Day.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Aiden English, representing Rusev Day from Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds, Rusev.
A couple more wins here. We're going to have WWE Rusev Day 2K19 edition.
Don't you stop it. Love has arrived!
Oh no. Somebody hand me the tissues.
Somebody give me a barf bag.
And his opponent, accompanied by Maria Kanellis from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 205 pounds, Mike Kanellis.
Corey, you know, this couple, it rivals some of the great couples in the world.
Michael Cole, you hit the nail right on the head. We're talking Romeo and Juliet, Zach and Kelly. Not quite Triple H and Stephanie, but one of the greatest love stories that's ever been told.
Have you completely lost your mind? I'm so sick of all this love nonsense, shoving it down our throats.
Why, are you jealous? It's a beautiful story, Byron. They're happy. They love each other. They're super successful. They just had a child. Everything is wonderful. I'm thinking about changing my last name to Kanellis.
Don't buy into this insanity.
Real talk, Byron. This is my favorite part. Here it comes. Oh my God, look at that stare. You can't recreate that. That is real love.
It's like a dime store romance novel. You both need help.
It's like a Shakespearean novel, Cole.
You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle. One-on-one, mano-a-mano.
If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again.
Clothesline! This might be it. Oh, my. And there's the Uranagi. Landed them. Oof. You gotta believe this one's over. What a stomp. Good grief.
He's starting to feel it here. He's really going to need to create some space for himself.
Yeah, but it looks to me like he still has plenty of energy in that body of his. I wouldn't look too much into this right now.
The good news for him is that he doesn't appear to have taken too much.
He goes for the cover. And Rusev quickly kicks out.
Not yet.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered. Oh, that's how you establish dominance.
The mighty Rusev looking a bit surprised by this assault. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
Hey, you're going to absorb some punishment in a wrestling match. It just goes along with the territory, and he knows that. I doubt he's all that concerned at this point.
This is all part of the process, guys. He knew he would take on some offense here tonight. He just has to make sure he keeps it to a minimum.
And Rusev quickly kicks out.
Not yet.
Here he goes.
Is he done?
Oh, and he breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
On November 3rd, 2014, Rusev made history when he became the first Bulgarian-born WWE superstar to win a championship. The Bulgarian Brute defeated Sheamus to win the United States Championship and was determined to show the world.
Going for the Rusev with a running super kick.
I knew it was only a match.
Rusev's match with Sheamus is regarded as one of the most physical contests in the United States Championship's history. Rusev was quite proud to become the first Bulgarian-born champion in WWE and made a point of telling everybody so.
Rusev set his sights on the United...
He hits it. Canellis brings everyone to their feet.
But is it enough to end it?
Boy, that one hit the target.
He's in a little bit of trouble now. His hopes of winning this match appear to be dwindling in a hurry.
If he wants to win this thing, he's going to need to make some changes here. There's no way he can stay in this match if he doesn't find a way to fend off this attack.
A very crucial part in the match for him here. He simply can't...
Now he's got to capitalize.
Ooh, what impact. Knocked him right off his feet.
Yeah, no, he's going for the pin. Looking to catch him off guard there, I guess.
Not yet.
Oh, he turns it around.
This might be it. Oh, my. Beautiful technique.
Talk about having the living hell beat at him.
Oof. I'm not sure how much he has left.
The accolades locked in.
That should do it.
Look out. That can break bones, guys.
Wait a minute. Not so fast.
Breaking the rules.
Both of these superstars look...
Oh, come on, ref.
Yeah, you can't let him get away with that. Not in a match this big.
3.
Unbelievable. This singles match is over.
That match deserves another look, folks.
Oh, I can't believe this. He ain't playing here. Man, this was great. And I always enjoy watching him perform.
Oh, his feet are on the ropes. His feet are on the ropes.
Here's your winner, Mike Canellis.
I could watch them go at it each and every week. What a match.
I think Boston is stunned by the outcome here, guys. Rest for the weary, on to the next. Don't change that dial.
The match we have next is going to be awesome. Stay where you are.
It's Bray Wyatt.
The Fireflies are out.
just has an innate ability to mentally disturb anyone who opposes him.
And he's awake now.
He's woken, Cole. Distinctly different.
Explain that to me, Corey.
One that cannot truly understand woken wisdom can never adequately understand it.
What kind of riddle is that?
Woken.
Sounds like gibberish.
Once the patriarch of the Wyatt family.
But luckily, he's now been freed of that succubus known as Sister Abigail. His essence has been released.
What are you saying?
I'm woken, Byron.
He was thrown in a lake, Byron, and now he's cured.
Oh, that makes sense.
I still can't get over that millions and millions of people buy into the propaganda that this man spews.
It's not propaganda, Cole, it's wisdom.
Byron, you should get in the ring right now and do a one-on-one interview with Bray Wyatt. It'd be great.
Are you out of your
You
mind?
can ask all the hard-hitting questions.
Absolutely. I have no questions to ask. I'll just watch.
And his opponent, from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds, the WWE Universal Champion, Dolph Ziggler.
But Byron, does the fact that this is not a title match change the champ's game plan here?
I don't think so, Michael. If I know him, he sees this match as just another opportunity to prove he is the most dominant force in all of the WWE.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
Ziggler is here to show the world just how good he is, and he's ready to steal the show.
Well, it's that attitude that gives him the moniker of the show-off, but you gotta respect the guy who isn't afraid to lay it all on the line and bet on himself.
You gotta believe this one's over. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Bray Wyatt on the defensive. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out battle.
Sure, he's taking some punishment here, but given how much he prefers to be on the outside of the ring, he can very well change the outlook of the match with one shot.
This match is so evenly contested right now that it's almost impossible to pick a winner. I guess we'll just have to settle in and enjoy the action. Dolph Ziggler was a dominant amateur wrestler at St. Edward's High School in Lakewood, Ohio, and still holds the school record for most career pins with 82. Ziggler took his talents to Division I Kent State University and held the record for most career wins in team history.
And it's Bray Wyatt executing the reversal.
Dolph Ziggler was a standout amateur wrestler that gave him an incredible foundation for the WWE career he enjoys today. Ziggler also travels the country as a stand-up comedian and has performed to packed crowds from New York City to Los Angeles.
We all know how much Dolph Ziggler loves showing off. Ziggler's also a regular guest on The Kennedy Show, which airs on Fox Business Channel. Dolph Ziggler's the kind of person who can do anything he puts his mind to.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
I went to battle with Bray Wyatt during our time in NXT, and I don't think you can try and outsmart him or psych him out. You have to stay focused and be unafraid. That can be your only chance if you want to survive.
Bray Wyatt clearly out of his element here.
He'll need to find a way to turn things around here.
Oh, man, his chances are dwindling quickly. He's just taken on so much punishment.
Well, Corey, you may have just summarized the only battle plan that could be effective in a match against Bray Wyatt. For that individual to remain focused and not be lured into Wyatt's sick and twisted world.
We've seen the damage Bray Wyatt can do just by using his mind. It's almost impossible for WWE superstars to stay away from the darkness, but that's exactly what they need to do.
Dolph Ziggler turns it around.
Here's Dolph Ziggler in position now.
Look at this!
Oh, and he reverses it.
And it's Dolph Ziggler with the reversal.
With the damage sustained by Wyatt, he could be on his way out.
This might be the beginning of the end for him.
There's no way he knows where he is right now. Heck, given the punishment he's taken, he probably doesn't even know his own name.
The light from Bray's fireflies. Wow, I thought he was a goner. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Bray Wyatt.
Look at Dolph Ziggler. Takes that.
This one's over, guys.
You're going to want to see your...
He's got the shoulders down.
Yes! Takes it!
Let's take another look at these guys getting after it.
Who could forget this? No doubt about it, he brought his A game, as you can see here.
Here is your winner, Dolph Ziggler.
Big pinfall victory here tonight.
Few things are more rewarding than that feeling of keeping your opponent's shoulders down for the 3 count.
I think Boston is stunned by the outcome here, guys. The rest of the card should be every bit as good as the last match, too. Singles action coming your way.
Up next, we have singles action.
Gonna settle the score.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, New York, the Princess of Staten Island, Carmella.
Byron, are you ready to admit the truth yet?
That Carmella's the most obnoxious woman in the entire women's division?
You are delusional. Mella is money.
Well, that's great where you can wear blinders.
Why would I want blinders on when Mella's around? So what would you know anything about how to win a title like Mella?
So I see you're kissing up to Carmella as well.
Why wouldn't I? I think she's an unbelievable talent. The captain of Team Kick.
And her opponent, from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai.
Don't let the appearance fool you. Dakota Kai will kick your face clean off your head.
I gotta admit, in short order, I have become a huge fan of Dakota Kai.
She's been on WWE's radar for a long time before being signed to the NXT roster.
And there's the bell. And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
And guys, I'm pretty sure I can watch these women compete each and every week.
One of the things I like best about Carmella, guys, is just how feisty she is. From the moment her music hits all the way through the final bell, she just has this undeniable spunk about her.
Slap. Like Byron, I would say Carmella is among the most feisty superstars around today. Though there are times when that feistiness borders on being a bit on the brash side.
You can call it feistiness, you can call it brashness, call it whatever you want. The bottom line is, Mella is money.
Running Bulldog. Boom, what impact. Kai is the first ever New Zealand woman to reach this level for a reason, Corey. Her speed and her rapid striking ability makes her a threat.
Yeah, Dakota Kai's style is very quick and evasive, and it's almost an element of surprise.
She goes for the cover, and there's still plenty of fight left.
Not yet, too early.
Good golly, what a knee.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Evaluating Dakota Kai's offense, we mentioned how the Kiwi is an elusive target, but we also have to detail her striking more, Byron.
You would think Dakota's kicks would get weaker as the match goes on, but really, they only get stronger.
Dakota Kai into the cover.
And Carmella pops the shoulder up.
She's still in this one.
Looks like she wants to win early.
And Carmella avoids the early pin.
Not yet.
Carmella just barely got out of the way. Carmella just barely got out of the way.
There may be no escaping this fireman's carry.
I don't know. Never say never, Cole.
Look out. There she goes. Russian leg sweep.
Nicely done.
Carmella with a nice reversal.
Nailed it.
Carmella with a nice reversal. You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
She's flirting with a count out here, guys.
Come on, hurry up. Get back in there.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
She reverses out of it.
And not a second too soon. Close call there.
Oh man, she's rolling now.
Now that's a display of excellent ring awareness.
Nicely done. We've seen this before.
Carmella just barely got out of the way. Oh man, Dakota Kai just barely got out of the way.
She hits it. Dakota Kai brings everyone to their feet.
Here's her chance. Carmella's in a real bad spot.
She goes for the cover.
Yes! Unreal performance.
Now let's take a look back at these ladies in action.
Highlight for one superstar, low light for another. That's a woman on a mission. She's taking care of business. And finally,
Here is your winner, Dakota Kai.
And to be honest, Michael, neither of these amazing women have anything to be ashamed of.
It'll be interesting to see the fallout following this big singles win here tonight. The rest of the card should be every bit as good as the last match, too. Singles action coming your way.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Ashley Porter. And representing the Bad Girls from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
And there's the boss looking extremely confident.
that's what being the boss is all about, Michael. It's exuding confidence. It's living life on your own terms and doing what you want to do when you want to do it.
As we ready for singles action, Byron, what can you tell us about these two competitors?
Well, I can say that both of these superstars come into this match incredibly hungry to prove their dominance here tonight. But as we all know, only one will walk away with their arm raised in victory.
The time for talk is over. We'll find out who the best is in the ring right now.
I am so excited this moment is finally here. Man, you just can't knock the swagger out of the boss's game.
Why do words instantly lose their cool when they come out of your mouth, Byron?
I thought I delivered it well.
Ah, right across the back of the neck. Oh, from behind.
Oh, wow.
Frankensteiner.
Nice.
Whoa, and a bit of a test of strength here.
Oh. Nice back rotation suplex. Ooh, nice Russian leg sweep. Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
She goes for the cover. And Paige powers out.
Gonna take a whole lot more.
Looks like Paige is starting to slip a bit. She doesn't appear too concerned, however.
Oh, clothesline. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Shoulders on the mat. She's got a long way to go before she should be thinking about a pinfall victory here.
It's gonna take more than that.
There it is.
Sasha Banks dodged out of the way there.
Gentlemen, we've seen Sasha Banks take some nasty falls on her back. She even had to take some time off in 2016 because of it.
Everyone in the women's division knows Sasha's back is a potential weakness. A damaged back is one of those injuries that can suddenly act up at the most inopportune time.
Paige with the excellent move to get out.
Working Sasha's back has been a proven method to victory. As you mentioned, Cole, Sasha took some time off in 2016 after a series of hellacious matches against Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, those matches truly tested Sasha's body. She was able to fight through the pain to win her first women's championship over Charlotte, but her back couldn't carry the pressure any longer as Banks lost her title a month later. Paige just barely gets out of the way.
Sasha Banks gets nailed.
The boss is in trouble.
In control, swinging, neck breaker.
Textbook.
Submission time.
He's not going to get a tap here.
Not today, guys.
I can't believe she broke out of that, Michael.
What a clothesline. Ouch. Wow, Sasha Banks gets the reversal. Sasha Banks being tested now.
She definitely doesn't want to absorb much more punishment if she wants to be successful here tonight.
She's not looking so good here, guys. She's going to need to find a way to fend off some of this offense, and quickly.
Oh, man, this match is...
She goes for the cover. And she kicks out with relative ease.
She's still in this one. Now let's just hope Banks has enough stamina to pull through.
And here's a cover. You're not going to get her that easy.
That's all right, Cole.
Oh, skull.
There's a pin now.
Paige is rolling, so hide the children.
She goes for the cover.
Can she end it here? And there's a kick at it, too.
She's still in this one.
A surprising reversal from Sasha Banks.
Oh, here it comes.
Paige with a Paige turner.
There is no coming back from that.
Can she keep her down? Gets the shoulder up before 3.
Might have slipped there, Cole.
She's calling for it. Uh-oh.
Paige. She's got a chance to win it here.
Will she win it here?
Digging deep for a kick out.
She's still in this one.
And there's the reversal from Sasha Banks.
Paige just barely gets out of the way.
Look at Paige making her move.
Get out of her way.
Oh, nasty impact.
Bad news for the boss. Oh man, Sasha Banks is in trouble now. Paige is rolling, so hide the children. Paige Turner. Bad news for the boss.
We got it covered.
And you could put this singles match in the books.
Let's take another look at these ladies going toe-to-toe.
Almost forgot about this one. That's a woman on a mission. Look at her go. And last but not least,
Here is your winner, Paige.
Wow, huge pinfall win here tonight.
Maybe Sasha Banks needs to hit the showers, rest up tonight, and start reading the want ads in the morning because this job isn't working out.
Do you really believe that?
I think Boston is stunned by the outcome here, guys.
And now it's time for the match we've all been waiting for. Our main event.
A triple threat match is next.
I'm a soldier, yeah, I told ya. I'm on the mission, I'm switching and go over. I'm a soldier, yeah, I told ya. I'm on the mission, I'm switching. Listen,
Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 285 pounds, Big E.
Byron, don't you dare be sour, because here comes none other than Big E.
oh, I can feel the power, Michael. I can definitely feel it.
Wait for it. Wait for it. God, I love when he does that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And his opponent, first, from Panama City, Florida, weighing in at 205 pounds, Adam Cole.
The leader of Undisputed Era.
From a journey around the world to bursting on the scene at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, Adam Cole is finally on the big stage where he's wanted to be all along.
The mission statement has been very simple. shock the system. Loves to carry the NXT North American Championship. Got a cool last name, too. Any relation? Greatness runs in packs, Byron. The knockout artist, Cassius Ohno's here.
And from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 260 pounds, Cassius Ohno.
Here's a man who had so many high hopes laid upon him, so many expectations. The first moment he stepped foot on NXT, and it finally seems like Cassius is realizing his potential.
One of the best strikers in the game, can also brutalize you with incredible technique. Cassius Ohno is a tough human being.
He is so excited to be here tonight.
Kicking off this triple threat match here.
Well, we're looking at 3 of WWE's best going at it head-to-head in what promises to be an amazing match.
The former powerlifting and NCAA football standout Big E has come a long way in sports entertainment.
Really, Saxton? I wouldn't consider wearing a unicorn horn on my head and pouring sugary cereal in the mouths of strangers as making an indelible mark in the annals of WWE. Just implying such a thing is absurd.
Maybe you should try it.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Not where he wants to be right now.
Hey, he got himself into this mess.
He's got to get himself out of it now.
Shoulder right to the midsection. Ooh, what impact. Ohno wants to put this away.
Well, of course he does.
Is he done? He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve. Big E. A lot of people are saying the champion has never looked better, but that doesn't mean we can't see an upset here tonight. Drop kick with precision.
He's taking some offense, but it's going to take a lot more than that to stop him here tonight.
He's got to be careful here. While he hasn't absorbed too much punishment yet, triple threat matches have a way of getting out of hand very quickly.
As Byron was talking earlier about the champ being a heavy favorite here tonight, I couldn't help but think back to the night Santino Marella defeated Umaga for the Intercontinental Championship in 2007. I don't think there was a person alive who thought Santino had even a sliver of hope.
Yeah, including Santino himself. But hey, as the old saying goes, anything can happen in the WWE.
Oh, what a forearm!
That was dirty. Harsh impact.
Oh, my God, what a forearm!
Right to the jaw.
Big E with the excellent move to get out.
And Cassius Ohno slips out of harm's way.
When this guy's on, look out. Guys, these superstars really do appear to be in peak physical condition here tonight, which isn't surprising considering what's on the line here in this championship match.
Uh-oh! Sizing him up.
In trouble!
Doesn't even see it. Oh, man, what a boot.
Got every ounce of that one. This could be over. Cassius Ohno can draw the curtains on this fight.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
I gotta agree with you, Michael. These superstars are in tremendous shape, but from what I understand, the champ has been hitting.
This could be it. Cover. There's a quick kick out by Big A.
Wow, what a display of heart and determination.
Goes down hard.
Ooh, nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
You only got one.
Boom!
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael.
Beautiful technique.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
He's done. This is about as bad as it gets for him.
He's in awful shape here, guys. But hey, that's what happens when you step in the ring with two of the most incredible elevation from the big man. That's called making a statement, Cole.
Gets the shoulder up. The knockout artist is now showing that he's also a kick-out artist.
Oh, man, what a strike.
And a test here for Big E. He has to formulate a plan quickly to get things going. There's a very real chance he might not be able to recover from this here in this triple threat match.
This is all but over.
The leg is showing some quickness there.
Wow, I thought he was a goner.
Ooh, there's the kick. Second rope. The old Panama Sunrise.
To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
Byron's feeling happy.
The big ending from Big E. This could do it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's over. What a triple threat match.
Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
Remember this? Check him out here.
Yeah, he's putting in the work.
He really put on a great show.
Here is your winner and the new United States Champion, Big E.
What a grueling match. It looked like anybody's match there toward the end.
Wow, I can't believe the amount of punishment that had to be inflicted in order for those shoulders to stay down for the 3 count.